In today's video for Where Winds Meet, we're going to be going over how to get hold of one of the absolute best inner ways in the game, especially if you're into your bleed builds, as I'll be showing you how to get hold of the Fivefold bleed. Now, in order to get hold of this, you will have to have completed chapter 1 and made your way over to Confronting. From there, make your way into the city, and the closest fast travel that you'll be after is going to be this one, the Grand Imperial Temple. From there, you're going to make your way up a little ways, where you'll be taking on the quest, A Faltering Flame. So once you're at this location, you're going to make your way just inside, and there's going to be a monk that you're going to need to speak to. So click on him, interact with him, and then you're going to want to do the following options. First one, make sure you press help, then again exhaust some of his dialogue. For the second option, press the first one for the ask for the first verses, then straight after that ask for the second verses, then go on to the third verses, and then you're able to say that's done. Once that's completed, you'll be able to move on to the next part, and what you want to do is fast forward the time by 2 days. You're going to want to make sure you put this to sea so that it's in the morning time, and then when you check your map once more, you should see the next point of interest is there. So head over to the next part of the quest, make your way just over and around the corner, and then you're going to want to speak to another one amongst just here. Again, keep going through his dialogue, make sure you pick the same options I do. For the first one was that you thank the lamp monk. Then for his second option, you're going to want to make sure that you press he's afraid. And then finish up by pressing the only option available. After that, you're going to want to return to where you were with the first monk. So head straight back to him, interact with him, and then you'll have a small mini game to play. So once you have completely exhausted dialogue, just on the right hand side it's going to say take the lamp, and in here it's going to be a small game that you're going to have to complete, but honestly they're very easy, so I don't think you can actually do these wrong, even if it takes you quite a while. Move the marker over to the place it needs to be, with the lamp going all the way over to the bottom right. Once that's finished, you're going to want to make sure you do exactly the same as you did before, so you're going to fast forward the time bit. So make sure it goes to sea once more, and exactly the same again, you're going to have to make sure it's 2 days, so the day after tomorrow. Continue with the quest, because now that should be on your map again, so just check for the icon, and then head your way all the way over there again. This time it's going to be just in the house, just right by you, so make your way through. There is a chest on the right hand side, so probably pick that up as you go, and then just speak to this young lady just at the very end here. Once you finish speaking to her, head straight back to the original monk location, speak to him, and again you're going to exhaust his dialogue and take on the second stage of the lamp game. This time it's a little bit trickier, but again none of these are very difficult, so I think you should be fine. But I'll put on how I did it. Probably not the fastest moves available, but it is still quite easy. But the main thing you're going to be doing each time is just making sure the lamp gets all the way to the bottom right, in whichever way you find easiest. Once that's done, speak to the monk, then again you're going to want to make sure you fast forward the time, but this time you're going to do it by just 1 day, so put it to sea and the next day. At this stage you should have the next quest marker on your map, so just head straight over there where you're going to be speaking to another monk. So make your way up, just bop over to him, have a talk, and just completely exhaust all of the NPC's dialogue again. Once that's done, straight back to where you originally were, the very first monk's location, and this time you're going to have a little fight on your hand with the monk you just spoke to. Take him out in whichever way you find best. Shouldn't really be the toughest fight, so hopefully you should be okay. And once that is done, head inside again, speak to the monk, and then play the very final lamp game. This time you've got 2 things that get in the way, but again it's actually quite an easy one, might actually be easier than some of the others. And once it is completed, you're going to be able to speak to the monk for the final time, and you're going to want to pick the options I do. So the first one is brother eats brother, father eats mother. Then for the second option, once he's exhausted a little bit more dialogue, once he's gone for a little bit more dialogue, make sure you press wouldn't that cause a great loss. Followed by the very first option, brother's eyes are injured, we can eat him. Once that's done, he's going to go through the story of exactly what's going on. so you're just going to have to completely go through all of his dialogue. Then there'll be the very last option that you have to pick, which is the only one there, so click that one, and then after fully exhausting his dialogue, you should have completely finished up that quest and be able to go over to it in your Wandering Tales. So go to your journal, head over to Wandering Tales, click on it, and be able to grab yourself all the rewards that are in there, including what we're after, the Fivefold Bleed. Honestly, this is well worth unlocking. Even though it's blue, it's one of the actual strongest inner ways in the game, can really help you out with some high DPS, especially once you start upgrading it and getting it all the way to the higher tiers. So focus on this one if you want to put out some really nice damage, especially if you're going for certain weapons such as the strategic sword or anything that's going to impact bleed, as it can really affect your damage and it's one of the very strongest things in the game. But yeah, hopefully that's helped a few of you guys and girls out. There's going to be a load more content away from me. For now, take care. I'll see you on the next day.